In the shadows of history, beneath the layers of power and secrecy, there are stories that challenge the very foundation of what we believe about control and freedom. What if the mind, that sacred and complex organ, could be manipulated, altered at will by those who wield power? What if the government itself engaged in experiments to control the very essence of thought? This was not the stuff of science fiction. This was the CIA's MKUltra program. The 1950s were a time of Cold War tensions, a world at the edge of a nuclear abyss. But what most did not know was that within the walls of America's most powerful agencies, another battle was being fought, a battle over the mind itself. MKUltra was a covert CIA program running from the early 1950s into the 1960s, designed to explore mind control, behavior modification, and the limits of human consciousness. Its aim to find ways to manipulate individuals, influence their decisions, and even control their actions, using drugs, hypnosis, and psychological techniques. Among the many tools used in these experiments was LSD, a substance known for its mind-altering effects. The CIA, through MKUltra, sought to harness its power. But they didn't limit the experiments to willing participants. No, the most sinister aspect was that many of the subjects were unwitting victims. One of the victims said, "I was just an average college student. I never signed up for any experiments, but one day I was given a drink at a party. They told me it would help me relax, and then everything changed. I saw things that weren't there, heard things that didn't make sense. It felt like my mind was being pulled in every direction." LSD, in the hands of those who sought to control, was not simply a tool for experimentation. It became a weapon. People were subjected to extreme doses of the drug, often without their consent, leaving their minds vulnerable to manipulation. For years, the CIA denied the existence of MKUltra. It wasn't until the 1970s that the first real evidence came to light, when the program's records were destroyed, but a few vital documents managed to survive. These documents revealed the full scope of MKUltra's reach and its dark legacy. The shocking revelations about MKUltra's existence wouldn't have come to light without the persistence of a whistleblower. In 1973, under the mounting pressure of the Watergate scandal, CIA Director Richard Helms ordered the destruction of most MKUltra files. But as fate would have it, a handful of documents survived, hidden within the agency's vaults. However, it was in 1977, during a Senate investigation into the CIA's covert activities, that the MKUltra story truly broke wide open. The Church Committee, led by Senator Frank Church, uncovered the fragments of the program's existence, sparking widespread public outrage. The leak came not from a single whistleblower, but from a confluence of sources: investigative journalists, former MKUltra researchers, and government insiders who refused to let the truth stay buried. Their efforts revealed the devastating scale of the program, the manipulation of innocent lives under the guise of national security. MKUltra's exposure was the result of sheer persistence. The documents that survived the purge painted a chilling portrait of a program built on unethical experimentation. For the first time, the public saw the documents, the reports, memos, and letters that proved the CIA had not only orchestrated mind control experiments, but had done so without remorse, and often without regard for human life. But MKUltra did not die with its exposure. The truth has remained hidden, tucked away in vaults, in classified records, and in the silences of those who lived through it. The program's true extent, its lasting effects on the victims, and its ultimate purpose, that is still a question. The question remains, how much are we willing to sacrifice in the name of security? And when does the pursuit of power over the mind become the loss of humanity itself? This was MKUltra, one of history's most chilling forgotten truths. But it is only a fragment, one piece of a puzzle, still unfolding in the shadows.